What's good, everybody? I think this is take four. It's take four of me attempting to shoot today. I don't know. Just felt like I should. I felt like something wants to come out. I'm matching the background today with the green and everything. I'm all sweaty. That's just sweat because it's hot. I have been reflecting a little bit on like from the last post to this post. I titled the last post "Life After Death." Life after death. As we are in Leo season, right? When I think of Leo, think of sun and light, and Cancer, water, dark. You might also think of masculine, feminine, like fire as masculine, water as feminine, and I don't know. Are you feeling? I don't know. You ever wonder if, like, I don't know. I don't know if this could be a real thing or not, but like, imagine dying and then like when your spirit goes, goddamn, I'm sorry. There's a bee. There's a queen bee decided to wander over here, but can you imagine like dying, right? And then your spirit goes to leave your body. And can you imagine it feeling a little bit like when you wake up from like a really good sleep, like you was knocked out, gone, and then the alarm goes off, and you're like, what? Or is it more like the opposite? I feel like it's kind of an opposite kind of feeling because taking off the body has got to be such a relief. But it's also like waking up. I imagine it's a combination of like waking up out of a deep sleep, but also taking off. It's like relief. So you're like relieved and groggy at the same time and excited. Right? I don't know. I just felt like talking and chatting around this concept of it being life after death. And then I find it no coincidence that it's so humid right now. Right? It's like the water. It's like coming out of the water and then the water following us. Oh yeah, okay. It's like coming out of the water and then the water following us. See the wind picking up? We're coming out of the water and then the water is following us in the form of a rain cloud. And they're like, don't let the rain cloud fool you into believing you haven't left the water, because you did. That's an illusion. That's also a way of like pulling a wool over your eyes. And that could be like a technique for creating illusions, because you kind of need something. And that's why we have the smoke and mirrors, because you kind of need something to play off the lights, for the lights to play off of. Playing with light and dark and reflection. That's actually definitely a way to create an illusion. And I mean, we do refer to this place as a matrix, like my tricks. And so yeah, a lot of it involves illusion. And Matrix was people's favorite movie until they learned the director twins, I think they're directors, right, are trans now. And it's funny how all the woke people don't mention it as much anymore and completely miss the point. I feel like a lot of the woke people never actually woke up. I'm sorry, but saying it over and over again don't make it true. I'm woke. It's kind of, walking around with the rain cloud over you. Not quite. Or maybe you're in the water, you're like running in water and didn't quite get to the land. I don't know. But yeah, don't let nobody tell you you haven't left that illusion, but because you did. Don't let anybody tell you you're out of the water. Don't let nobody tell you you're not out of the water, because you are. The thing about a rain cloud, you know, they're everywhere. Technically, water is really everywhere. I know it makes sense to somebody. Maybe it only makes sense to me. No, it makes sense to somebody. Y'all can front all y'all want to. See, we got all this blue today. I think I started off with a blue. No, I think it was black. Ace of Cups, Two of Swords. Let me pause it for a sec. Okay, see all the blues. All the blue and like the ocean, the sky, it feel like an emphasis of kind of what I just said. Right? Because if I would have showed this car from back here, you can't really. It's kind of like our own frame of reference is why you would figure this is the water and this is the sky. But if you didn't have that frame of reference, you would just see blue background. Like if I were looking at showing this to you from a distance, it would just be blue background. And even this right here, like that's water beneath and that's sky above. But again, I would only kind of figure that from my own frame of reference of pictures usually have water on the bottom and the sky and the blue sky. You understand what I'm saying? It's like the blue is almost the same blue. I kind of feel like what I said about the illusion. Hence this two of swords. Ace of Cups, Two of Swords. When you're dealing with illusion, it's important to trust your intuition more than your eyes. So you notice how wind just picked up when I said that. Sometimes we need to trust our intuition, our gut feeling. Maybe you even need to trust the sword at all, because that got me thinking about sort of how a walking, when a blind person uses a guiding stick. I'm not saying I would use my sword as a guiding stick, but I'm saying I wouldn't not use my sword as a guiding stick. Like if I just stick that sword out in front of me, I don't know if something's in front of me. Kind of like doing what you gotta do. Get through the illusion. And I'm saying this because I kept shuffling during the pause, and the Magician card came out right on top of that. Right? You're magical. I feel like the Magician card having the red and the yellow. You're magical. You're believe in your magic. Believe in your magic. Trust your intuition. Love yourself. Right? The cup runneth over. Remember what I say all the time. Be yourself. Love yourself. Fill your own cup. My cup runneth over. Also, right side up, it looks like the letter W, and then upside down, it looks like the letter M, right? Like Max. It's interesting symbology. There's a cross here. There's a W. There's a cross. What looks like a coin. And there's a bird. It's like a bird. It looks like the bird. Looks like the bird and a pentacle is going into your cup. It makes me think of the phrase having a dream and a smile. Man. There's cars riding by. Right? That's exactly what I mean. See how this high priestess came out. Magician came out. high priestess came out. Spirit said, you're the magician, you're the high priestess. You can do this now. You're the high priestess, you got the magic, you have the connection. Right? It's funny because I saw this earlier and then I shuffled it back into the deck because I wasn't sure about it and it came right back out. The Empress card, you're the Empress. Spirit wants to remind you, you're all these magical, beautiful things. And if you think you're not out of the water, you are. You're out of the water, you're on the land. But it just may be the rain clouds that have been raining a lot for the past week. That's why, I mean, this may not be a perfect analogy, but this is what came to mind. It's like, imagine you get out of the water and now there's a rain cloud following you, wanting to give you the impression that you haven't left the water. Right? Knight of Wands. Fire. It's Leo season. Full steam ahead. You are on land. That was an illusion. Right? If you've been feeling, because I know I've been feeling, like I said, I was feeling off the last week or two. There might also be Spirit telling me that was also an illusion. Use your intuition. I don't know. You know what I mean? One of the things that kind of suck about being empathic is you can literally just be living your life and then you start picking up on other people's energies and need to constantly check in when, and you're conjuring up some feeling or something come up or a feeling come up unexpectedly and you're like, in other words, I was feeling kind of irritable the last couple of days, but also I've been drinking coffee. So I think the coffee is an irritant. And so there's that. But I also think maybe someone around me is feeling irritable. So, I don't know. Sometimes we just need that reminder, like that's not you. It's funny because now we have the King of Wands. We had Knight of Wands. We went Knight of Wands, King of Wands. So Spirit is like, it's time to upgrade your action. Like you've been a knight, in other words, you've been showing up to work. But maybe Spirit is thinking of you as management material. They want to upgrade you. So Spirit needs to see management material actions from you. That makes sense. Yeah. I feel like there is a promotion in your future, but it's a promotion you're going to earn through action and maybe through using your magic. And I feel like this could be literal, as in using magic. I'm not a witch. This is not a witchcraft page. I don't know. When I talk about magic, I really just mean believing in your ability to manifest things. But I also feel like the Magician card has to do with your creativity as well. That's one thing I love about being creative. As corny and whack, I feel like when you go into discount stores and you see these little ceramic things that's $2, $3, and it's somebody was making that, or someone made the first one that became the mold to make the rest of them. And so it's you might think to yourself, who needs this ceramic frog? It's just a ceramic frog, and nobody cares. And then before you know it, the ceramic frog is sold out at your local discount store. And now, it'd be the simplest things. It'd be the simplest things. These little bracelets, people love these craps. We can personalize them, we can hand them out. I feel like sometimes when we're being creative, I feel like sometimes we get in our ego and we want to compare ourselves to what we see people doing on TV and blah, blah, blah. And it's just go with the idea you have right now. If all you want to do is make some simple bracelets, then go make them simple bracelets. You know what I mean? Don't overthink it. one thing leads to the next thing, leads to the next thing, leads to the next thing. So like sometimes you just gotta get the ball rolling. Hence like this night. I feel like you was in a night energy which got the ball rolling. And so the spirit is like, the ball is rolling, right? Like, don't let nobody fool you into thinking it's not. The ball is rolling, you're upgrading. You're doing better. Maybe you're doing better than you think you are. I always know that I'm doing better than I think I'm doing. And I try not to overthink. Like, that's the point of clearing the mind. Remember what I said about my mind being clear? I got tired of my own overthinking. Oh yeah, let me look around for a second. It looks like it wants to start raining soon. I think I'm gonna pay attention a little bit more, but I'm gonna wrap this up soon because I think I said what needed to be said. Yeah. All right, I'll do this last part because it's the Six of Pentacles. Excuse me. Balance. Pentacles isn't just money. It's about the material aspect of life. I feel like, kind of like how I feel about weed, right? I feel like the universe don't hate it when I smoke weed. But I think there is times where I'm just doing too much. Like coffee. I actually feel like coffee is good for me. Like when I haven't had coffee in a while, then I drink the coffee. I feel like it's doing something for me. But then when I decide to drink it every day that week, then my skin starts to break out. Now I'm doing too much. And so I feel like this is about balancing, not just within yourself, but with what you give. Like having a balance between what you give, what you're giving to yourself and what you're giving out to others. And also being balanced about what you give at all. Like, what can you afford? There's nothing wrong with wanting to help somebody out. In fact, I've even developed some boundaries even around that because I know I can be too nice. So I'll give situations deadlines because I know I can be too nice. If I give it a deadline, I stick to a deadline, then that's that. I try to think reasonably about a situation at the beginning of the situation as opposed to waiting for the shit to hit the fan and then make some decisions about what you would do if the shit hit the fan. You know what I mean? Obviously, you're not going to be able to prepare for everything all the time, but it don't hurt. It don't hurt to have some idea of what you would do. All right, even the balance. It's like balancing, having a balanced diet, having a balanced life, having balance in giving and taking. See, right at the bottom is the Temperance card. Balance. This is him pouring water from one cup to another cup. It's like he's balancing out. It's like, imagine he's about to share his wine with his friend, and he's splitting the wine in one of the cups so the two of you can have an equal amount. It's like tempering your water, tempering yourself, tempering your emotions. So that spirit's saying, like, if you've been feeling off lately, like, some of that is not just you. Spirit is like, continue to love yourself. Continue to love yourself. Continue to trust your intuition. Okay? You are highly intuitive. You are highly deserving of a good life. You're very magical. Oh man. I'm saying oh man. You're very magical, and your actions are upgrading you. So now it's just a matter of how you feel about that, right? It's life is such a fascinating thing. I feel like my mind, body, soul, trying to stay balanced throughout life is very much like carrying 2-3 different things, and but maybe it doesn't have to feel that way. Maybe it don't have to feel that way. Maybe I need more balance. Maybe that's why it's feeling that way. My shoulders have been hurting lately. You know, sleeping on the couch weighs on you after a while. Yeah, I'm feeling closed out. I feel like we're wrapping this up real nicely right now. And I like to do the dragon card last just because they're pretty. I don't know, they have like a final say kind of vibe about them. Alright, and closing. I don't know. Maybe also because they're dragons and they're magical, and I like to remind us to believe in our magic. Right. I said dark blue, dark blue. See? We started off the first two cards, and the first deck was very blue. Dark blue, galactic dragon helps you listen to the voice of the universe, ignite the codes of your master blueprint, access cosmic wisdom, and enter higher service. Enter higher service, right? Yeah. We literally just said this. Let your actions upgrade you. Enter higher service. So maybe it's time that I actually take seriously offering doing tarot readings. I haven't done a personal tarot reading in a while. I do feel like this is a part of my calling. I don't feel like it's the entire calling. I feel like it's where I'm at right now. Again, like just life, life is like jobs. You know, when you start up entry level, you just do what the boss tell you to do. And after a while, after you've been there, you start getting a little routine about yourself. You start teaching other people how to do it. And at some point, you get upgraded to some kind of manager position, some kind of supervisor. You know what I mean? And now you have a whole new set of rules and guidelines and things you need to do. And so this is why Spirit is saying, listen, like, helps you listen to the voice of the universe. It's like, listen to us, right? Listen to us. We got you. You're good. Keep loving yourself. Keep healing yourself. It's interesting what they're holding. It looks like a pouch. It's like a netted pouch with like magic. Look like that magic dust coming out. And blue also reminds us of the power of our throat chakra. Have you ever said something casually and then it definitely manifests and you kind of freak yourself out and you almost even become scared of the situation even though you know better? But you're just like, what? Boom, boom. See, motorcycles represent, and I actually think I said this in the last reading, they represent quick movement. So sometimes when Spirit has you doing something alone, it's because Spirit wants it to be done fast. Yeah. Trust the universe. What else did it say? Ignite the codes of your master blueprint, access cosmic wisdom, and enter higher service. Access cosmic wisdom, yeah. And so if you haven't been meditating like I haven't, it's time to meditate more. Meditate more, going within more. I think I'm just gonna click around YouTube and maybe find me some meditations or something. I like to start simple. I've learned my lesson about complicating things. You start simple, you build one brick at a time. And before you know it, it looks complicated, but it's not, because you took it one brick at a time. Interesting. Yeah, no, I'm gonna leave it at that. We got this, y'all. It's Leo season. Let's tap in. Let's tap into this fire. Let's tap into this heat. I think when it's humid outside, I lean into the fact that I'm just gonna be sweaty that day. And, and hopefully clearing out my pores a bit, I can sweat out a lot of the coffee I drink all week. And don't be afraid to sweat. I know. All right, y'all. Take care, y'all. Be yourself. Love yourself. We got this. All right, now.